What's going on YouTube? Taz here bringing you another YouTube video today, and today we have our first gameplay video. Shoot, I think it's been years since I've uploaded gameplay. You probably guys think I've forgotten how to play FIFA, and by the way, yes, we have had a trim from last time you saw me. These grey hairs are actually, on a complete side note, really pissing me off, by the way. We're getting old, people, you know. Whoever was here watching this channel back in 2017, if you're still here, because we took some extended breaks. It's life, we get old, but it's about how you feel on the inside and out and everything else. So yeah, anyway, let's get into this video. This is a post-game commentary, so let me click play. That's when I want the video to start. And yeah, it's 15-0. But yeah, we did have a little trim. Don't look homeless anymore. I actually saw myself in the last YouTube video. I was like, bro, sorry, these two, is it 3? Oh hell nah. Yeah, no, I need to get the dye out. Anyway, so many topics to talk about. Can I just briefly talk about? I'm doing this commentary. We just played Inter Milan. I don't think it's random, ladies and gentlemen. That as soon as I decide to upload a couple videos after years, that Arsenal all of a sudden not winning games. Because when I used to upload, we were mid, and now all of a sudden, as soon as I come back to uploading, we're going through our driest spell in the last 3 years, including this year, third year. Slightly annoying, but no belief lost. I believe, you know, some fans actually have lost belief. Very casual, very hot and cold, very bipolar. Today's society, social media, etc., etc. But Arteta is king, and we will be back. So there's that. The point being, if this continues, I'm going to stop uploading. It's not worth it. If I'm jinxing Arsenal, it's not worth it. I never thought we'd win a Premier League again in my lifetime, and we're on the verge of doing it. So if me stopping to upload can help that. I'm kidding, by the way. Obviously it has no correlation. I'm just being a kid. But yeah, there's the football side covered. Outside of that, let's talk about the FIFA briefly. I think I said this in a video before. If I haven't, let me just put this very shortly, because I don't want to have this as a negative video. This is the worst FIFA I've ever played. Yep, I know, it's like, Tass, you just said no negative. It's, at the end of the day, I'm not shackled. I'm not in handcuffs from Clev in having to talk good about the game. I would never put myself in a position to lie. The truth is way more important to me. This is the worst video game I've ever played. Again, in my opinion. I believe a lot of people share my opinion. I don't believe this is like a professional opinion of like someone playing competitive FIFA. You guys can speak for this yourselves. Majority of you, I assume, do play the game casually. Let me know if you've enjoyed this FIFA compared to... I mean, if you want to do a simple comparison, last year's FIFA, but to go back many a year, I don't recognize the game anymore. And to just briefly talk about, if this is what the product was 10 plus years ago when I first started competing, first tournament being 2012, by the way. Jesus, so old. Jesus. Anyway, if this was the kind of video game that was getting brought out, football video game, I would never ever have done this career, ever. Because at the end of the day, enjoyment is more important than anything, and no fulfillment is coming from playing this garbage. And I'm being nice. But we'll keep it at that. We don't want to harp on it too much. I'm sure some of you guys might have questions like, Taz, you can't just say that and not give details. You sound like the Sun newspaper, just saying crazy headlines with no details. I mean, it'll probably need to do another video for that. And I can go on a bit of a tangent. I believe 10 minutes is not long enough. Probably why I should have never left YouTube and start a podcast or something. Just to get everything out off my chest. But anyway, too late for that. Anyway. Sorry, I keep looking in the camera. I see these... I'm done. I can hide them though, but I'm fuming. It is what it is. What else is there to talk about? Ah, yes, the game. I'll give you guys some tips though, some positive tips. I'll bring out some custom tactics, some things to help you that pros and that I believe are quite useful, and some things to stay away from counterattack. There are some things that I would give you guys some tips on. Some players, since you guys haven't heard anything from me about FIFA. My favorite players I've used thus far: Trent. Trent is one of my probably my favorite player to use actually, in midfield, ahead of De Jong, sorry, however you pronounce the wonderful name. Unfortunately, we play a terrible video game. You need play styles to be able to pass the ball. Having 99 passing isn't good enough. You need to have this thing called a play style. So Trent is incredible. Who else do I really enjoy using? LeBron James, as I call her. Really fun to watch. Unfortunately, we don't play a football video game, so she's limited. Mbappe I could truly live without, genuinely. Son, I hate using him, but the finesse shot is such a big thing, unfortunately. Like, at times in a game, you can just get a free goal, so it's like... But I hate using him. You give him the ball... Sorry, I give him the ball, I just lose it. Terrible. Dembele is quite fun to use. Yeah. Outside of that, briefly why I don't enjoy the game. I was brought up on, in the half court you play to feet, you try to get in the box and you try to F up the opponent. And now we are playing for balls in behind and power shot in from distance. It's just weird. I don't really know what's going on. I do wonder if they're proud of this product. They probably are. I have no idea. But personally, I don't actually play to the quote meta. I'm sure you guys have been watching pros. I mean, I've not been reliant to be showcasing anything over the last couple of years just because I've not been here. But if you are watching the pros, even in this short gameplay, I actually did play Weekend League after this Weekend League, these highlights. I actually lost at 12-0. I actually played more meta-ish. Unfortunately, the video will not be uploaded because it's rank 2, what's the point? But I play more, still too much non-meta. Does that make sense? So, at the end of the day, this is not how you play this game. One thing I will say though, the Trickster, I'm sure you saw in a couple clips, I have a little move with the Trickster. Maybe I can like make a video about that in the future. I have quite a decent Trickster. But yeah, if you're trying to be great at the game, I'll talk in detail about my tips in another video. But there's certain play styles you need on players. Listen, there's people using Bruno Fernandes with 35 pace at cam. You understand what kind of video game I'm playing, ladies and gentlemen? And it's the most OP thing in the world. So that's the place we're at. But yeah, at the end of the day, I've been playing this for way too long. For me to not communicate with you guys on my thoughts on the game and to try to be nice and be like, no, there's hope for... There isn't. FC25 is the worst football game ever created and is the worst video game, in my personal opinion, from an enjoyment standpoint I've ever played. No fulfillment in this, like, what is this? But at the end of the day, we all play the same game, so I guess we gotta get over it, is the whole saying. However, I think it's harder for people to get over a bad video game. Like, you know, Call of Duty is a franchise, you know, when they make a bad one. People that have been playing it for a long time, so they've actually had the golden years, then they have to deal with the bad year. It's kind of more difficult than somebody just coming into it new and only playing with trash versions of the game. Does that make sense? So now I'm an old fox in the box that should be on his way out pretty soon. So yeah, but yeah, we did get 15-0 in this Weekend League. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I haven't really been watching the highlights of this video too. I've just been talking about tangents. I'm watching the highlights at the same time. As you can see, that was a top win. Is that the 15th win? There's the 15th win. Ah yes, Rutter, stay away, Rutter. If you guys have done the SBC, I would recommend to quick sell him. Before you quick sell him, kill him. He's just not very good. Adama Traore looks very dangerous. I think it's too late to SBC. Hopefully you guys did do it. And yeah, I believe this is the last game. Look at this. That's the trickster move, by the way. I'm sure it was shown a couple other times in the game. And Rutter with a trademark miss. And yeah, at the end of the day, I'm sure you guys want to test. What are you doing nowadays? What are you doing? I mean, I'm still competing loosely. But yeah, at the end of the day, I believe the future could be brighter than how negatively I've portrayed this whole thing. I believe FIFA are making a video game. They're not leaving. They've partnered up with 2K. If they could somehow, some way make a great video game, that would just be a win-win for everyone, for the consumer. But can never. It seems to be very hard to make a football video game. So I think at this point we've got to just accept that we're screwed. I do have a bit of an analysis though as to why FIFA's gone how it's gone. Outside of potentially the people that make it don't know what they're doing. Obviously that's the main issue. I believe next gen has had a big negative role. You know, old gen FIFA, everything used to be sticky, touches, stick, passes, stick, turns, stick. Next gen, everything's loose, everything's like, ugh. Anyway, it is what it is. I have no idea what my next YouTube video is going to be. Hopefully I can get 15 and then rewards will be up. Maybe a custom tactics, not even just on my own, but some that I would recommend. And some formations, even though genuinely I hate every formation in the game. Let me know in the comment section what kind of videos you got, any ideas of me uploading so I don't disappear again for 3 years and come back to you this round 2 sometime. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, I'll catch you later.